We have a potential run here. Not on the elite side, but we do have 4 normal enemies and a middle elite with the top. So 32,500 max theoretical. Extremely good score would be around 28,500, 28,300, something like that. We also got a weapon, which is really good for this path, and also a lucky die with bones, which is even better than just a lucky die. And it's a huge lucky die, so this could be extremely good. Saving this bone d6 is pretty important unless we're gonna use it to get a crit here. I think we just take the fail, honestly, and save the bone d6 so that we can roll a d4, then the lucky d12, and then bone d6 to kill on this turn. I hate to see that. Now I'm gonna gamble. Okay. Good enough. 828. Yeah. Gambler's d6, that's super good. Now we got another thing in our deck that's benefiting off the 2 bones. Wait, 1 bone? 1 bone? What do you mean 1 bone? We picked 2 bones with the lucky d12. I feel like we got scammed. I'll have to watch that back. Blocking better than taking the 1 point of damage when we don't need the die. Just slightly. I've been paying more closer attention to that. The fact that I thought they were relatively the same, but on the first enemy, if you get 1 fail, it's 828. But if you take 1 point of damage instead, it's 791. Gambler D12 or 2 chips. I kind of want the 2 chips since we already have the gambler die, but it's so good. But yeah, we go. I'm gonna take it. You might disagree, but we go crazy with a lot of trinkets. Crow Skull, Baba Yaga's Finger, Rabbit's Foot, and we have to pay 2 tokens to get a weapon, and stuff with reroll. So it was like, this might seem weird, but it was like a bone die or 2 tokens. I'd probably take the bone die, unless it was like a bone d4 or d6, but I'm aware we could have gotten a crit right there. One fail. Well, 2 fails because I took this one. We have a kill here now. I should have just taken the crit with the guaranteed crit. Definitely the 2 tokens. We don't have a reroll, unfortunately. We're gonna have to gamble. You really do hate to see it. Yeah. Now I gotta do that. As sad as it is, every single one of those fails costs about 140 points. And we don't get the kill here, which costs another 200. Unless we get a 1 out of 2 here from our crit here. We did get it. Okay. Just barely. 2, 3, or 4 wins us it. 1. We still fail. Alright. We would like to see at least 140 more, but it's not the end of the world. We do have just enough to afford a rabbit's foot or a crow skull plus lucky star plus a weapon. We got some variety. Yep. And if we didn't take those 2 tokens and we took that gambler's C12, we would not be able to afford this. We always take the weapon here. So this has a whole lot of value because it applies a lot, and we can re-roll with this to generate more dice to fill it with these. So I think I'm going to take that over the prediction D10, but prediction D10 is really good too. So for example, I can re-roll this a whole bunch. This one. You have to do the natural one, the soul die, not the ghost die. And you'll get more, as you just saw with the pitchfork. I'll probably exchange 2 to get 2 more. And then just hit this, get a bone. And then get some damage off. Use the ghost when you can, because they don't clog the discard pile. I'm gonna use 1 more bone here, increase the damage, hit this one to draw more, and then use use the ghost when you can. This is sad. Alright. So we take 1 point of damage. Unfortunately, it's a little worse than a fail. It's life we just lost. Lost like 300 from passing the turn and 200 from that damage. So we're looking at like a 1750 score right now. And this is just a very easy kill this turn. We already have the kill. I'm just gonna have fun, because even when we roll a 1 again, so let's say this was 5 less, and I'd be at 4. That's already a kill, and then I'd have a 1 here also. So I'm just having fun with re-rolling it and trying to overkill. Yeah, 30 points away from what I said. Lucky die, for sure. We wouldn't really take another lucky die unless it's like a D20 to clock the deck. We would take another gambler die. It was like a D. Yeah, we wouldn't mind like any gambler die, but it had to be like above D6 probably. So D8 and above. And then we wouldn't really want another gambler's die. We just want more re-roll trinkets, fish hook, lucky star, draw. We really need draw dice. Alright, we're gonna try to get a crit here, and we have this lucky die for this to draw back 1 of these. You really do hate that. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use it here now, guarantee it. It's gonna re-roll this, and we got a little bit of play here now. Remember, use the ghost die, because it doesn't clog the deck. And now we get back something really good. I am very tempted. I think I am. Get some more damage off so we can use this to kill him, and then hopefully this to kill him next turn. So we have the kill right here, guaranteed. So we just need to get a 7 on this. We have plenty of ways to get a 7. Yeah, extremely easy. I should have thrown on this one first to just generate 1 more bone. But very easy. That's extremely good. 4,000? Yeah, 4,300. We're on a really good pace. What you want to see is like, what I want to see is like 13k when you get here. I would say if you're like 10 to 11k, you've played pretty well when you get here, if it's all enemy path. But what I want is like 13 to 14k. 14k gives me my best chance to try to break to get my goal of 30k plus. 13k is still a little bit possible. We did just get draw that we needed very badly. That's so good. We do not need that extra hit for damage and stuff. Yes, it helps, but we need that draw so much more. We need reroll now. We need it so badly. A Baba Yaga's Finger or Rabbit Foot from this, or Fish Hook, and then we can do extremely well. Unfortunately, in this instant, because we don't have Fish Hook, Baba Yaga's Finger, or Rabbit Foot already, we would have liked to see the Elite first, even though it costs 500 points, just so we could kill this enemy one turn sooner, because that's what the Trinket's gonna do for us. But maybe we get something really nice here, like a draw die, and then we'll have maybe get a couple hundred more points here, and we get the benefit of the Elite being second. Right now, it looks like very unlikely we kill this turn. We can see. You can see what we draw. There's a way. Yeah, I think I see the way. That's possible. Very nice. And then hopefully we draw back this without having to use this. But even we have to use this, it's okay. So I'm going to start with using this actually. We'd have to get a 3 or above with the D4s on here without critting. 50% chance. Yeah, I'm gonna risk it. Nah, you hate to see it. And you hate to see that. So 3 fails and we take a point of damage, so 4 fails. That stinks, and pass a turn. So instead of the 2750 that we were hoping for, it's more like 24. Something like 1800, so that dropped us from a 13k to mid 12. Really stinks. We could have had it this run. Yeah. We could have had a decent performance. Best we're gonna do is maybe break our PB, Gambler's D10. As I said, we take a D8 plus. Very, very sad. That's amazing. Man, that's a bummer. Because what I'm expecting to see is like 2,500 here, then we're at nearly 15k, and what I'm expecting to see here is 5,500, maybe above, so then we're at 20,500, then turn 1 or turn 2, if we get some draw here, turn 1, 28.5, 27.5, we had 800 more, then we're already at 29.3, and then if we kill this sooner, then we can hit the 30k, but we just whiffed on that last fight. We'd like to use this and this on this, Just because this generates the maximum and this generates another die to use. And we should be able to get a kill here with this. And we're trying to draw back this if possible. We'll start with the drawback because it should be pretty easy to get a crit here. That stinks, man. 4 is good enough. We're gonna have to take the fail so that we can get a crit here. And we didn't get it. That's crazy. It's actually crazy. So now we got 3 fails and we passed a turn. So instead of 2,500, we're already at like 2,500 below what we were expecting. Kill this one, we'll use this, get a crit, kill this one. We'll unblock this right here. And start with the ghost. I'm ready to use this. $2,000 or so. 2,500. Okay, so we could have done even better. Yeah, we did lose like 500 more than we were expecting. Yeah, this really could have been a prediction. We don't really need it with that many lucky dice. We don't want to clog the deck. It's nice. It's real nice, but we don't really need it. I just want to point out that we should be like 1,300 higher for our final score at the moment. I'm going to roll this. Hopefully it's a 1 to 4 and then we can use this. Even if it's above that, it's black chip. We throw the black chip in and then we use this. Yeah. Trying to generate as many tools as we can. I'm going to throw this in. Nah, we kind of need it for the block, actually. My plan was to throw this in so we have more good things in here, but we're gonna, and then use this for the block, but we don't have enough block. Unless we get a 4 here and kill a 2 or 4. We start with this, and then we can get a 1, 3, 2, or 4. I think we can. 60% chance. Then and if we don't get something nice, we just take the fail and we have 2 bones to reroll for here instead of using this. And we just need to get 2 and get a crit. Use the bones to get 2 in value and get a crit before we use the bones. I think it's a really reasonable to be able to kill here. And we got this. Okay. So way more reasonable. So we're looking for a 1, 2, 3, or 4. This hits on everything. We might as well start with this. 2. A death. And then we get to draw, make sure we draw something nice. And it turned out to be that. It is what it is. We're going to start with this, since we can't really control what the critical on it is going to be too well versus this. This is going to be really easy to control. We just use a lot of dice on it and we have a huge range. We're just trying to get a lot of damage here and keep our options open. And we're going to save this for this, because we're going to be using more stuff. And we don't really need to. Don't really need to. I'm actually gonna go all of this here. Actually, no, I'm gonna go here, 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 and then use these so they're not infected. Alright, so we gotta get... It's so easy, man. So this is gonna get a lucky reroll. We just need 4 more. We can just do this one. It's 5, throw on 1 bone. And yet, you can see how we have so much manipulation. I could just mess around a whole bunch rolling this 10, and it's just so easy to get a crit. Get the 18 that we need. 6,000. Not even the 5,500 that I expected. We did get a 6,000. That's unfortunate. We did not get a draw or repeater, so we did get like 7,000 on Anaku. So it's gonna be a 28,000, and we should have had 29.3. But if we did get one of the 3 things we needed here, and we had a really good chance to get a 30,300 this run. Very sad. If we were just like not unfortunate here and here. Do you want that? Can it bail us out and give us a turn 1 kill on Anaku? Does it help? Or does it just clog the deck? Because if we hit this and this with right here, and we just draw normal things, isn't he pretty much already dead? We throw on like 5 dice. We have 1 draw, okay? So we would have 4 more dice. We could even draw this, but let's say 4 dice. Apologies. Let's say 4 dice. It's like 10 damage, and then we get 5 rolls of this. So that's 30 damage, 40 damage. And then we get a lucky reroll for 50 damage and 60 damage. Alright, we're a little bit of damage short, unless we draw this, this, and this, or one of our dice we draw is a lucky. But even then, we're a little bit short, so this could help. This bridges the gap a little bit, I guess. If we really want to gamble, I guess. It does. I think it helps a little bit. We're so close to not needing it though for a turn 1 Anaku kill. Like I just said, we were like 60, and we can even get higher. And we just hit what we need. So we got this, but it's only 1 component. We gotta get a crit here, or we're gonna lose like 700 points. And we have no manipulation or control, so it is what it is. We're gonna, should we use this? 25% chance we're gonna lose more. We're gonna get doubly punished. 25% chance to get bailed out. It's not really worth gambling here. You'll lose more points, but I want a higher finish. So I'm gonna gamble. All right. So now we can get like 6,300. But we very likely kill this turn. I'm still not too worried. Alright, so we don't kill this turn. You love to see it. I'm gonna say this and the luck. Try and save the lucky dice. For here, I like this. So that sword actually bailed us out of repeat bailed us out of failing a turn 2 because we missed everything on the crow skull. We had 15 draws of 17 and didn't get it. But yeah. Robbed of like 2,000 scores, should have ended at like 2,900, and we could have ended higher. But hope you enjoyed. Take care. Welcome back to some Dying for the Lich. I've been paying a little bit more attention, and I think this is actually worth 3,250. So if I'm right, the max theoretical score is actually 34,250. With this being 1,000, this being 3,000, that's 4,000. 1,750 for 5,750. 2,250, so that's 8,000. 2,500 for 10.5k. 5.5k for 16k, because this was 2.75 times 2. So 16k. This is 3,250, 19.25k. This is 7,000, because it would be 3,500 times 2. 26.25. And then Anaku's 8k, so that's 34.25. So I was 1,000 off. And I was wrong about this by 250, I'm pretty sure. And so, theoretically, 13% off that is... It's like 4,330 off of 34,250. So let's just say 43.50 off. So like 29,800. 29,800. That's an extremely good performance. Alright. That's cool. We've got an option for a terrible weapon, so we're gonna go to the 4, the 1 new path, which is 250 less points. And we're gonna try to get a block here. Get some damage off too would be really good. If we could crit and draw twice before we have to use this with the bone, that wouldn't be terrible. That's fine. Oh, that's okay. So 1 fail. We drew a little bit. Probably gonna get another fail. Yep. And we'll save those. We're gonna start here. It's not what you wanted to see. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. So another fail, and now we're gonna crit here and kill. Yeah. Three tokens are lucky. Lucky's super nice. I'm gonna grab the 3. And just hope the shop is good to us. Trying to get a crit here to get a double bone stack would make things a lot easier. Alright. 1 fail. A little bit of damage off. Now we shouldn't fail. We're gonna make sure we don't fail. We're gonna start with the 8. Alright. You hate to see it. Like 900 points? Yeah. Two or the lucky D4? I guess I take 2. Being pretty greedy, skipping all these. Lucky dice. Hoping the shop's good. 1 fail, 2 fails. And we take 3 damage, so a little bit more than 5 fails, 5.5 fails, let's say. Five and a half fails, second turn. 900, yeah. Let's go. And we took a lucky D12 rather than a lucky D6 for 3. And we took a lucky D. And so we don't really need that lucky D4 with the lucky D12 either. It's still super good, but yeah, we're in a really good spot. Now it's pretty easy to kill and get crits. We should be getting 15, 22 here very often. I can actually try. Terrible. Yeah. Oh. We got it. And we can do this and we'll be fine. Just draw some more. Kill next turn. $4,000 extra draw. That's super awesome. We were hoping to really see a gambler's die or a draw die, or you know, more tokens, like one more token. That's awesome. I don't know if I can skip either of these, so we might have to skip this weapon and accept this. That is what it is. We're lacking draw so badly. Never offered it. Lame. Ooh, I got a plan. Here's a plan. We use this D6, hope we don't get a 5 or 6. And we get a 1 to 4, then we throw on this D20. And we use the bone we get from it to re-roll it. And then we throw on the 12 here, and we re-roll with Baba Yaga's finger, it's 18. Both are dead. Okay. No, it's fine. I didn't want to turn 1 kill anyway. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. No, it's all good. It's all good. I did that wrong. I meant to finish off this one. We would have killed the turn after anyways with our bone dice. It's good to get this back though. What? You're saying you don't believe me? You're saying you don't believe? Okay. Okay. Well, we might have gotten a fail. With the considering those rolls, we might have gotten a fail. But we would have killed that turn. Difference of 2 points. But come on, we got really unlucky. We hit the 1 out of 2. Out of this, well, technically it's 1 out of 3, but I'm at 2 potential ways we don't hit on the D6. Alright. Just about getting our crit here for blocking. We'll use this. Then we'll get a crit here next turn with our bone dice. And have a bone or 2 left over. And hopefully we draw Baba Yaga's. Yep, okay. So. Draw it back and we have a bone. I was willing to use this, go over by a little bit, and throw in 1 bone. And then we have a kill pretty easily. And we have Baba Yaga's finger and we redrew with the 1 bone to spare. So we have just a little bit of fun. Whoop. We cannot have a little bit of fun. I was being stupid. My apologies. We can have a little bit of fun on this one, not this one. Which I'm now having a little bit of fun. Not getting turn 1 kills. That's very unfortunate with our strong lucky dice. It's not like we're gonna get a turn 1 kill on this elite right here. Not gonna get a... Oh, it's only 2 this time instead of 3. We have a little bit of a chance to get a turn 2 kill. Ooh. We're gonna start over here with a bone D4. Alright, we gotta do 28. 28 means there's no really easy way. It's only with these two and the lucky D20. So we're a little bit off, so that's very sad. 4 off. Which is a crit. We got a crit here, we kill, and then we have 2 lucky dice in the back to redraw from when we are on a crit. Very, very good. And very likely kill next turn with no fails. We got 18 right here. Maybe we'll do more than that. Alright, I got a plan. We're gonna see if we can get 2 here. And we can take 1 fail if need be. We didn't get it. Oh, we already used the water bounce. Okay. The idea was to throw on this D4 and hope we land on. But whatever we land on, it makes the lucky die hard. Which means we'd have to gamble. And we can test to see if we land on a 2. We didn't. No way for him to die this turn, so we're gonna take a fail and some damage. 1 fail, 2 damage. Very, very sad. Very, very sad. Two damage costs us so much points. That's a turn 3 kill. Yeah, 2 points of damage on that elite cost us more than the turn passages. If we didn't take that 2 points of damage, we would we got like 4,400 for killing that quickly. Then 1,200 up. We're at 12.5. 12.5 is very respectable. 11.5, not so much. 11.3. And terrible options. No thank you. Both these are amazing. Our damage is severely lacking. Kinda had to grab this instead of the best item in the game, go Stead Shield. And we do have to replace this. I should have went with this one to start with. This is not bad for this. But it's like it was like a D8, I'd take it, but Nah, no card draw. We can't afford to take it. So this right here makes it very easy to kill this one. Any number kills it. I don't know if it would decrease our points. I know we just gotta get a crit here. Very big. And we can start here, hope for a 3 or 4, and we get it. We'll see if that decreased our score at all. I think we're on 0 fails. But we might be on 1. That might be an issue with it when it's out of blood moons. Alright, how do we get a kill here? 13 kills on both these. On this. $14 doesn't. This is kind of what I was hoping for. To get maneuverability. Oh, I could have just used this D20, and this one's much easier to maneuver, and then use a bone. Nah, I have to use one of these bones to reroll. Terrible. That is what it is. I could just throw this on and make it very easy with the bone, and kill this, because I get to reroll it with the lucky die. That's fine. I'll do it. Because we'll mainly be using this D12 to kill this one. So we're a turn behind now. Third turn instead of second turn. We killed it the turn prior. I believe we should have gotten like 6,057, something like that. This turn we should be getting like 5,300 still, so 20,000. But we had the ability to kill last turn potentially, but we got a little bit unlucky with our plan, and I didn't see the ability with this with a D20. I was just focused about how easy it is to get to 19, and my thought process was, oh, we gotta get to 13 rather than like a D20, which we can subtract from one bone, because yeah, we just had to use the Baba Yaga's finger and then add the bone on top instead of reroll with the bone. Maybe we didn't have the Baba Yaga's finger at the moment, but I think we did. Pretty sure we did. But anyways, getting 13 here should be pretty simple. Like that. So 53? Okay. So hitting that enemy, that elite, did not subtract points like it shouldn't have, since it was elite. That's so good. We definitely take crow. Oh, do we take crows? Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't have draw or anything. So it just helps us get crits. We're gonna have a really hard time killing Anaku turn 1. Like, we can't kill Anaku turn 1. Gonna have a little bit of a hard time killing Anaku turn 2 and not taking damage. We'll see if it's possible. We'll see if we can do it, not if it's possible. Well, we didn't even draw what we needed to draw. And this is gonna get cluttered up now instead of with the lucky dice. So we're gonna be delayed at least one more turn. Maybe not. We stand a little bit better chance. Well, we're gonna be delayed at least one turn. Mac's gonna do turn 3 because of this. Alright. That's not what you were hoping for. Alright, turn 3, no fails. So 6,150, 26k run. Were we a little bit unlucky? Where were we unlucky? I forget if we were. We lost some health. Was that on that elite that we should have got? Oh yeah, that's right. We should have gotten 1,200 more points on this elite. But we took some damage. And we could have gotten 1,000 more on Anaku. Which we probably should have. But we didn't have card draw, so we shouldn't have gotten turn 1 kill. Or anything like that, but... I'm gonna start here. It's still a kill. Well, I've still got at least 30 more damage in the chamber. Alright. Well, I hope that was enjoyable.